What's up, Fig fam? Welcome back to the Fig Heel YouTube channel for day 3 of the WrestleMania weekend action figure reveals. And we got a good amount today, so stay tuned. All right, guys. So, as I said last week, it was a very light week of reveals because I knew this week was just going to be loaded with stuff, not just WWE, but independent toy makers as well. AEW, I mean, everything in between. We're seeing it and getting it from all angles. So, we're just going to jump right into it as usual. And we are going to start off with Indy, working our way to those WWE reveals. And there's a couple. So, first off, Latuni, we've been talking about this guy a lot, but he is at WrestleMania, at WrestleCon, and he showed off his Smash Wrestling Giant Series figure. And as you can see, he lifted the LJN Axe body and basically put a new mold for Smash on there. These are officially licensed, and he did sign a deal with Demolition, so it is all on the up and up. I just don't like that we're using old molds that were made by other companies. But I got to say, this looks pretty good. I think this looks a little bit better than the Axe, honestly. The face and everything, it's very cool. So I have the big rubber guys. If you are an LJN fan and you wanted a Smash to match your Axe, this is it. So Latuni.com, I believe it's up for pre-order and you can pick that up. Also, Rush Collectibles showed off prototype samples of their upcoming belt pack. Again, these are all created belts by them. These are not existing belts. As you can see, there's a Trump American Champion 45-47 President title, Old Glory Championship, I think he's calling it. There's the Ringmasters Champion. You know, these are all created and original for his line, which I think is a very cool and unique idea. And I think the clasp on these is interesting, how it's just one clasp on each side. So it's, I guess, guaranteed to fit every figure. There's no change in size. So I'm not sure what that means in case we get like a thicker figure, but very cool that he is thinking outside the box and doing his own thing. And Title Run Toys, they're also at WrestleCon, and they showed off carded samples of their entire Series 1 and exclusives. And we've only seen like resin prototypes and renders up till now, which is why I'm sharing these. And honestly, I think they look pretty decent. Here we have Paul Orndorff. We got Dangerous Danny Davis, which one is my favorite right there. We've got Ernest the Cat Miller, and this is something I like. They're putting a first official sticker on there. So this is his first ever figure, believe it or not. And he's got the sticker up there. So that makes me want this even more. But honestly, I think if I got it, I would open it up. You'll notice that on the foot, there is some branding there. It's just an S, I think it is. So I'm very curious what that represents for the company. But they also have Wrath, which looks pretty good. And of course, Juventud Guerrero with the removable mask. But check this out. There are 2 exclusives. We got Juventud right there and Wrath right there. So 2 repaints of the whole Series 1, Wrath and Juventud. Who knows? Maybe they'll have repaints of the other ones. I think it could be very easy and get your money's worth out of the mold to do that. So I would bet that every figure in here is going to have a repaint in some way, shape, or form. But Title Run Toys doing their thing. Shout out to them for really putting money on themselves there and going out to WrestleCon and showing off the product. AEW coming in on WrestleMania week, showing off and releasing a limited edition 1 of 500 micro brawler of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes' brother, Dustin Rhodes, with the split face paint, blue. He's kind of flexing on the one side. Very, very cool. As you can see, he's got the old Superfly up, as I like to call it. Very cool brawler. Easy pass for me, but I love that AEW is really just pumping out these brawlers when, Jazzwares makes it very hard for you to find their new figures in stores. So doing good over there with Pro Wrestling Tees. Also, I thought it was interesting to see a Pro Wrestling Tees is now allowing independent wrestlers to pay to get micro brawlers made of themselves. And honestly, I think the price that they're charging is pretty fair. So if you are an independent wrestler, you have a Pro Wrestling Tees store on there, you can definitely inquire about that now. And Foco dropped some WrestleMania 41 limited edition bobbleheads of Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Cody Rhodes here in gold and blue tights. I'm wondering, is this what he's going to wear at WrestleMania? Did they get a little heads up on the kind of colors and gears we're going to be wearing? But these are limited to only 96. So only 96 are getting made. They're like $100 each. But if you like limited edition things and stuff that very few people have, this is for you. So head over to foco.com. But as I said, there's also a John Cena, which honestly I prefer. He's got the hustle, loyalty, respect up. He's got the armband, which is more of an elbow band here, but he does have that Las Vegas farewell tour t-shirt on, which looks really good, as well as the tall socks, which we've been seeing a little bit more of with John Cena, not wearing those ankle socks anymore, kind of wearing the mid shin level socks that say never give up, which is always very interesting to me. But now, instead of being a message to his fans, I believe that is now a message to himself. And very cool. Very cool that they're doing these limited edition, only 96 made, which is pretty cool. Under 100. And Big Shots continues to drop new buddies. And here we have Triple H just in time for his Hall of Fame induction. He's got, it's very, very simple. The black trunks with the Triple H logo right on the front. He looks like he's like just yelling after he spit out the water, that whole look that we're so used to seeing. So Triple H getting yet another Big Shot buddy. And then Funko teased that on Sunday, we are going to be seeing a new Funko Pop. And I think it's pretty obvious that this is John Cena. And I think it's going to be him holding the towel in his left hand, pointing with his right hand, kind of like he does. And his feet are going to be like running like he's going down the stage. I'm assuming that he's going to be wearing exactly what he's wearing at WrestleMania tomorrow night. They did that before at The Rock. They put it up that night. And then what do you know? For sale that night, and then you get it in hand like 4 months later. So Funko really knows how to pump out product. Very curious to see what this looks like on Sunday. And then at the WrestleMania Mattel booth, we saw some hard copies of figures that we saw, like renders and like, studio shots of. Here we have the Cody Rhodes with Pharaoh 2-pack. I got to say that Pharaoh figure is absolutely incredible. They could have easily just done a static figure with no articulation for Pharaoh. I mean, when are we ever going to have this dog in the Mattel line again? Doesn't matter. They went full articulation on this thing. Look at that. The wrist, elbow, right at the, there's 4 points of articulation just in each leg alone. Pretty cool. And it has interchangeable heads, has the leash. Same thing for Cody, interchangeable head, cloth goods shirt, nightmare belt. This thing is a very cool package. And we also saw the prototypes of Cody and Brandy Rhodes, which is available now on MattelCreations.com. There's Cody with the mask on. Here we have little Bran. I know she's excited for that. Getting the ultimate treatment. Very cool. Looks just like her. Her first WWE figure. Kind of funny because they met in WWE and she never got one in her initial tenure with the company. And there are the interchangeable hands, interchangeable arms, interchangeable heads. And there's the whole package right there. We also saw some test shots of the upcoming Defining Moments 4-pack. Here is that CM Punk. And I'll be honest, I did not like how the heads looked on the render, but here they look much better. Looks more like CM Punk from that era. So I do take back what I said. The render didn't look great, but these hard copies look very, very good. And there it is close up. Looks just like the man. You can see it's even got the lip ring on the left side. He has those basketball shorts. I just wish that the torso was flush with the shorts. And then here is the Defining Moments Jey Uso with the Yeet hands, new Screaming Head sculpt, the Intercontinental Championship, the entrance vest, and the glasses. A lot of value in this one, making it a must-have for me. I think those hands are awesome. I know we'll never get it, but I would love to see a foam finger Austin with the middle finger. But yeah, never happening. But you know what? You never know, because we did see that bloody Stone Cold Steve Austin, which I'll show you off in a second. And here is another Defining Moments figure from the upcoming 4-pack, and this is Kurt Angle. Now, this is not in the same 4-pack as CM Punk and Jey Uso. This comes with Logan Paul, Stone Cold, Paul Heyman, and of course this Kurt Angle. As you can see, it has a removable headgear with the hair. It has the shaver as well as all of the shaving cream on his head. Some people thought it was a cowboy hat. Some people thought it was a turd. No, it is shaving cream. And here is the star of the show, WrestleMania 13, I Quit match. Well, not I Quit match, but Stone Cold Steve Austin versus the Hitman, passing out, bleeding. Here he is in the sharpshooter. One of my favorite matches. Not my number one favorite Stone Cold match. Probably number two. Number one for me is WrestleMania 14, just because of what it represents. But as a match overall, this is an all-timer. And I never thought that we would get a bloody WWE Stone Cold Steve Austin figure. But here we are in 2025. And now things are a little bit edgier, and we are allowed to get bloody figures. Look at that. The blood running down his face. They even have it in his tooth, kind of splitting it. I'll never forget watching that. The blood right down his two front teeth made it look like he had a gap or a chipped tooth. And they nailed that on this. They did such a good job. Cannot wait to get this in Divine Moments 4-pack. This is a must-have for me. One of my favorite moments. And he is going to come with that Blood from a Stone t-shirt that kind of represented this moment. Huge, huge moment. So very cool stuff that we saw in day 3 of WrestleMania. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow we will see some more things. Not as much volume as the last 2 days, but still some really great stuff that we're seeing. It is a great time to be a wrestling figure collector. So I want to hear what your favorite thing is that you've seen so far from WrestleMania week. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and TikTok at FigHeal, and make sure you pick up the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, available now on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com, where you can just go to BN.com. Man, there is a lot of stuff going on, and I hope you guys enjoy WrestleMania. Come back tomorrow to see what else we have in store for you. Are you a wrestling figure collector of WWE Mattel, AEW Jazzwares, and everything in between? Then you need FigHeal's Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, the modern edition covering all releases from 2010 to present day. Featuring over 5,000 photos of action figures from the hottest brands, including independent toy makers. Keep track of what you have, want, and need, including loose, mock, and overall collection value. With shots by Matthew Goldberg, the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia is a must-have for collectors. Premium, full-color, and value black and white editions available now on Amazon. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at FigHeal. Pick up my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeal. Join my official sponsor, Whatnot, at WhatHeal.com and receive $15 off your first purchase.